What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You are listening to What Happened with Johnny Schiavone, the voice of your childhood. I am not Conrad Thompson, so right now you've probably all clicked stop. But if you're hanging in with us, I am your host today, Casio, with the one and only, the living legend, Mr. Tony Schiavone, national treasure.
Yeah. What an intro.
Wow.
Huh? Hey, it's been a long time since you and I have talked, hasn't it been?
Man, the people clamor for me to come on the show, and now they're going to get a full dose of it today.
Reminds me of the old Peaches and Herb song. Reunited and it feels so good.
I didn't know if you were going low or high on the harmony.
I'm just, you can sing, I can't. Reunited and it's understood.
Oh.
Conrad is sick. That's okay. He's a big dick. Something like.
All he's going to hear is that you said he had a big dick and he's going to love the show.
Hey, Casio, it's great to be talking with you. Conrad is sick, and I don't give a fuck about that because he's been sick for like a month. But I hope he's well. I mean, when you're 800 pounds and you shit your pants every day, I guess you are sick.
I mean, when I saw him in person last at the Ric Flair press conference, he said, I'm talking to you with shit in my pants. I was like, well, good to see you, bud. He goes, we might want to elbow it. No, fist bump. No, I'm good. If you got shit in your pants, we're good.
Yeah. I told him, I said, here's the deal. You have to, and I know you're much younger than I am. I said, you have to carry extra pair of underwear with you. I do. And if I go through TSA and they have to open up my backpack, they're going to see 3 pairs of underwear and some Cottonelle wipes in there.
Yeah. No, if you go on vacation, you got to pack like you're shitting your pants every day.
I do. I pack like I got to shit my pants every day. 2 pair of underwear a day is what I do. So
what's your average though? Do you average one a day?
No. I'd average none a day, but you never know.
Yeah, no, you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked at me at one point. He goes, "You see these shorts? It's the last time you'll see them. They're not making the trip back home. They're done. They've did their duty today, and they've retired after this."
It takes quite a man to look at his friend and say, "I just shit my pants."
Yeah.
I mean,
he goes, "If you see me cough, there's poop coming out. Just a little, but it's coming out."
Oh God! The last time he and I talked, we did the bonus episodes on Patreon, by the way. Patreon.com/WHW Monday. Anyway, so he said, he was in, well, welcome to when I'm Conrad Thompson. I'm sick. I shouldn't be here. My wife's mad at me, and Casio was supposed to show up today, and he no-showed me. Wow. Okay.
Oh, this was the other night.
Yeah, and I was thinking, you know what, dude? If you don't talk to your friends like shit and don't walk around with shit in your pants, your friends may show up to see you. Jesus, criminy.
And then he taps me in for this debacle.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second.
No,
it's not a debacle yet.
Oh my! Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, we've got through. We got through the first few minutes. We're good.
Oh, yeah, we've done all right so far.
Look at you with the Pat Green. Came upon me, wave on way. Do you know Pat or just a fan?
Just a fan of a lot of his songs. I'm not like a super fan or anything like that, but the songs that I've heard are just really, really good. That I really enjoy. Like, I woke up this morning, Texas on my mind, thinking about my friends there and the girl I left behind.
Come on. Yeah. What's wrong with that lyric?
Man, that's good stuff.
Have you ever met him?
I've not. Have you met him?
No. Heard he's a great guy.
Yeah, that obviously he's pretty big in Texas. I mean, I understand he sells out everywhere he goes in Texas. So, but yeah, I got a couple of Pat Green shirts, and so there you go.
Isn't it crazy? There's a bunch of if you make it on the Texas country scene, you're good. You don't even have to make it anywhere else.
Well, right. That's how George Strait made it, right?
They just go around the state and go, if you like it outside somewhere else, that's fine. But right now I'm dominating.
Exactly. Dallas, San Antonio, Houston,
Yeah,
right? El Paso.
I've got all of them.
Yeah, I sure do.
Wherever Silva's from.
Yeah, he's from Harlingen, Brownsville, something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
nobody's playing that shithole.
No, 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 no. Although you could play South Padre Island, that would be pretty cool.
Oh, that's like Spring Break Central, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
I've never been. Have you been?
Yeah, we did a nitro there years ago, a spring break nitro, and Mark Madden and I did the show. We walk out, and it was just like the pot, the marijuana in the air was thick. Mark goes out and he looks at the audience and says, "Who's smoking? Who's smoking grass? Who's smoking?" I said, "Settle down, Mark." He said, "I'd like to get some." I said, "Jesus." We were on our way out the door anyway. WCW was by that time. We knew it.
That's great.
Okay, well, you and I, first of all, how you doing?
It's my birthday.
What?
July 6th is my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Man Metro Casio Kid.
Come on.
Husband of Judy, Big Booty Judy, Freddie Comrade. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
That's tremendous, buddy.
I don't look a day over 50, do I?
No, you don't. Yeah. Do you have some birthday? You have some birthday plans?
This is it. You're fucking it up. Nothing like watching an hour of old wrestling in the middle of your birthday.
I'm glad I could be here for you.
Can't wait to do a Blue Chew ad and get this thing going.
Well, then, speaking of that, we might as well go ahead and talk about Blue Chew.
All right.
All right, then.
You know, I need to get on that. I've heard about it, of course, and I know all about Blue Chew. But sometimes I'm like, hey, has anybody got an extra Blue Chew? Because I'd like to give my wife a "What got into you today." Yeah. You ever been in one of those, Tony, where she goes, "What's going on today?"
Mm-hmm.
And you go, you can't tell her you've taken the Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Or do you like to brag about taking the Blue Chew? With Lois.
Brag about it? Nah,
Yeah.
I don't brag about it. I just let her know. I said, "Man, it's like this all the time for you, baby."
This is what you do to me.
Hey, we are talking about Blue Chew, which is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets. And here's the big deal: at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead. How about that? Or be ready whenever the opportunity arises, which I'm sure it arises at your house much more than at mine.
It's priceless what it can do to the love life. Tony.
Yeah,
it's really
absolutely. Yeah, it's what they call a game changer at my house.
Oh, game changer.
Man. Okay. And I'm not talking about some sort of wrestling promotion. I'm talking about my penis. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. You ever went to the doctor and says, "I need something to get hard on"? He goes, "What?" I need something. Especially if there's a female doctor in our group, Julie. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Fine, Mr. Schiavone. How you doing? My dick ain't hard, Julie. What are we gonna do?
Can I get you to look at something?
Okay.
So you don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that. Absolutely. So, and the good news is it's made in the USA. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA, prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. And we got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code WHW at checkout and just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code WHW to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. If you can't remember WHW when it comes to Blue Chew, just wow, hard on, wow. That's how you do it, man.
It's the only time you get mail and the flag goes up on your mailbox. It's reverse.
Something up.
Whoa. My Blue Chew package is here, my friend.
Well, buddy, you and I are going to watch a little wrestling today, and wrestling, and we're pretty excited about it. We're going to go back to July 11th of 1987, and why that is important is we have been talking about WarGames and the first WarGames, which was back on July 4th, 1987. So this is basically 7 days afterwards, and it's the episode of World Championship Wrestling, so we're going to go to that. So do you remember the first WarGames, or were you way too young for that?
I have watched it, but I was 8.
Okay, so yeah.
I just turned 8 in real life, but yeah.
All right, so you're about the age of Conrad and my son and that type of deal.
I mean, but you know, that type of deal. But that you know, at the time, World Championship Wrestling, that's especially in the South, that's what all of our dads talked about, all of our uncles, all of our friends and family was what's happening. And then of course the chaos that was WarGames. I mean, it was just an unprecedented thing. Nobody's seen shit like that. Yeah.
And of course, there's been a variations of that since then, and one of them was Blood and Guts that we just had on WCW. on AEW recently. You know, I've called AEW WCW on this podcast so many times. I've yet to do it. I've yet to do it on TV. When I do it on TV, you'll know because there will be a gunshot afterwards to my head.
From yourself or other people?
From myself. Okay. So anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to World Championship Wrestling on the Peacock, Season 3, Episode 27. That's Season 3, Episode 27, July 11th, 1987. The show is an hour and 5 minutes long, 105. And, of course, we're going to take a couple of breaks during this to pay some bills. So we'll do it about 3 times. So hope you'll play along with us. Casio, are you ready on your end?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, so just go ahead and you can mute yours up top or right there, and I'll just play the audio from this end, okay?
Got it.
Got it. And as we always do, it's time to cue in Steph Chesney with today's countdown.
You know it's all about Schiavone! Holy Schiavone, baby! You know it's all about Schiavone!
Let me tell you something, little skinny motherfucker. I will beat your ass, plus I will beat your ass in video games. I know that you're afraid of life. How's it gonna feel to go back to Connecticut and tell the fuckers that an old 63-year-old man beat your ass?
Yikes.
Cold open.
Yeah, man, this is from the Omni. I don't know who did that voice. Maybe Tom Miller. If we had shots like this today,
how about this? It feels intense already.
Yeah, our ass would be grass though.
So smoky and blurry and
right.
Nothing lit up.
Yeah.
Flair looking as only he could look. Got the Slick Rick shirt on today. I mean, like that.
dark journey going in with him. Boy, she was. Oh, by the way, this is the first time JR and I worked together.
Really?
On a big show. Yeah, we had done a studio show, maybe one.
How is it on first time working together on a big event with somebody? Are you going, this is going to be a cluster? Are you, I mean, I know you guys are pros, but just what's your mindset on first timer?
I'm pretty cool about it. I mean, I'm pretty excited being able to work with him. All right, here's this lousy open.
World Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Like the man said, great wrestling action. You saw the WarGames, the match beyond, Tony. You were there. I was there. I tell you what, those guys had to be certified to get
What are you giggling about already?
I just love David. I do.
He's such a great dude.
4 years, never have we seen
Look at him smiling.
Before we go on into the WarGames a little bit more, reminder that tonight in Greensboro, a big event coming up at the Greensboro Coliseum. Here today on the program, all the top stars of the NWA. Bugsy McGraw is with us here today, one of the top stars in professional wrestling. But let's talk about the WarGames.
That's right. Tony, there were 2 injuries in the WarGames, J.J. Dillon and Nikita Koloff. And they're talking more about the WarGames, and they're talking about WarGames number 2. Jimmy, come on in.
Jim Crockett, president of Jim Crockett
crazy
Promotions.
to get in that cage again.
It's a return match, I understand, the WarGames.
The WarGames, the match beyond, was the most exciting and most brutal match I have ever witnessed. Why J.J. Dillon and the Four Horsemen and Dusty Rhodes and the Superpowers want to get in another one, I don't know, but the contract stipulated there could be a return match. J.J. Dillon suffered an injury and probably will never wrestle again. Nikita Koloff suffered an injury, but he's going to keep on. He had a neck injury once before and kept on wrestling.
Right.
July the 31st, Miami, WarGames number 2.
Why he just
JJ Dillon, there have to be 10 men in there, and JJ.
Jimmy was out too late the night before, you can tell.
And from what I hear about this man, he is awesome.
And that is set for the Orange Bowl on July 31st.
That's correct.
Okay, the WarGames, the rematch will come about at the Orange Bowl in Miami on July 31st. Fans, let's go.
Jim with the death stare.
Yeah, just all right. The WarGames will come out on July 31st at the Orange Bowl. Jesus, that phony ass voice I had back then. Well, there you go.
I'll tell. I mean, y'all have talked about him many times, but had the pleasure of meeting Jim when he did the conversations with Conrad and went up and got to sit with him just for a whole day. Just the stories he has, just an incredibly nice man, and really didn't even understand how popular his product had become and still is.
Yeah. The nostalgia factor of old wrestling is at its height right now, and it's been going on for quite a while, and he didn't realize that. He was, listen, Jim Crockett was not an easy man to work for. He was very demanding. I mean, he just, he was like, well, I guess every wrestler, every owner of a wrestling company that I work for has been very demanding. Well, with the exception of Ted Turner, he owned a wrestling company, and I didn't talk to him much. But I did talk to his idiot Jim Hurd. I did talk to him now and then. But anyway, so here we're at WarGames, and I'm surprised. I thought JR was in this show, but I guess he's not. I guess maybe JR started on July 4th with us, and then at WarGames. He knows better than I do, JR does. But anyway, do you like these old studio shows?
Love it. I mean, the energy that the live crowd in the studio has is incredible.
Yeah, right.
I mean, who is this? Gary Phelps in the ring?
It may be one of the.
It looks like if Regal was not on a diet, like just quit giving a shit and just. This is not a good look.
No. Listen, I often said, where did we get these enhancement personnel? I often wondered that.
but like, I don't even think that rig he's wearing is just not a good look for him.
No, it's not. Good God. Today, today you get wrestlers from independent promotions all around So they work. I think these were guys, these were like lugs from Atlanta. Hey, you want to do some wrestling? Yeah, sure do. Because there ain't no place else to wrestle. I mean, there are no independent promotions around here. Nothing in Carrollton, nothing in Rome, nothing in Albany. Hell, there's nothing even in Phoenix City to do. I might as well do it right here on TBS and look like shit.
Yeah, that's an interesting aspect I've never thought. When you've got the show traveling, hey, we're going to Philly this week. Let's get some local Philly guys. But you guys are stationary, so you just got to get what every week. Hey, we got to find somebody else to drum up. And
when we went and did house shows, we didn't use these guys, right? We always had like main event guys or guys that you'd see that would go over. The top stars would do the show. And I remember the story I've told it here before, that there was one kid who I think had wrestled for, I don't know, there's some high schools in Georgia that have always had good wrestling. And he was like bouncing around, and he wouldn't sell for Ole.
Oh gosh.
And Ole just headbutted him. Boom. And when Ole headbutted him, Ole's head of all those blade marks exploded in blood. And we couldn't show it. But then he proceeded just to beat the fuck out of the kid, which we enjoy, I mean, back then we really enjoyed, because you could just tell when something wasn't right sometimes. And Ole and like Ronnie Garvin, well, most any of the guys, but those are especially the guys you just did not want to fuck with. That guy just ducked his head. Oh my God. Oh, the backslide in the wind.
Well, that's an interesting finish.
Yeah, it is.
You think they botched something, like missed a spot?
They could have. The double drop kicks usually their finish. Here's the replay again, Casio. And yeah, it was 1, 2, and you see the asshole of Teddy Long. And let's go to David Crockett.
About the Great American Bash, the World Tag Team Champions.
You still got that right, David. You know what? I can't wait. It's to be at the Orange Bowl, Miami, because one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed before in my life took place in the WarGames. Woo! Baby, I'm telling you, when it comes to getting down, they say they're the worst in town, and I don't want no part of it. But one thing, Jimmy Cornette, you come out here running your mouth, telling everybody about the Rock and Roll Express and putting us down. Now you figure us getting rid of you might get rid of the Midnight Express, but we didn't think that, brother. We just wanted to get rid of you and give our ears a rest for about 3 weeks. You're out here jabbing your mouth. You're the only guy in the whole world I know that can whisper in your own ear, Jack. But now it's coming down right here. We're defending these belts and all American fashions all across the country. And you see, we're out here right now with a Stella around our waist. There's no more we have to say about it, Jimmy Cornette. So you be ready. And anybody else that they take this away from the Rock and Roll Express. Because, baby, when it comes to getting down, they say we're the best in town. And we make all our competition look sick. So be ready and beware, baby, because rock and roll is here to stay. Ain't that right, brother?
Like I said, we've been through the battles before, baby. We're going through them again. One thing we're going to have is the NWA World Tag Team belts still around our waist, Dave.
All right, great. The Rock and Roll
All right, great.
Team Champions. We'll be back with more action right after this.
I think Ricky was a little too fired up for 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't...
Robert was the vibes we all thought it was tonight. He's like, have fun time. See you.
Yeah. So now you can see that we're kind of getting into this this UWF thing, because here's Dr. Death Steve Williams and the merger with or the buyout of Bill Watts and all of that. By the way, Ricky was fired up. I didn't understand a word Robert said.
No, I that's what I mean. He was at 9 a.m. Robert.
That's right. He
was on that 9 a.m. vibe.
That's right, baby.
It's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, man.
You're looking at one of the the toughest guy ever, maybe. I mean, if you wanted, I always thought that if I was the owner of a wrestling company, right, I would have hanging out with me Dr. Death, Rick Steiner, and Haku. Those three would go with me everywhere. Okay. And I'd bring a guy in to fire him, and I have those 3 guys sitting there with me, and I said, "You're fired. Got anything you want to say?" And then they would say, no. I said, good.
But if you did create a wrestler, this is the look.
Yeah.
He just looks like a pro wrestler.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you may notice by watching TV, my hair is getting long. I'm trying to get it to look like Dr. Death's.
Oh my God. That would be incredible.
I come home.
That is some good lettuce right there, brother.
I come home all the time. Lois says, when are you going to get your hair cut? I go, I don't know. When are you going to get younger? In other words, it ain't happening anytime soon.
But I need it so long that you can you trim them bangs in the front, straight across, and be done with it. Look at that.
Yeah. I've said before on this podcast, my hero is Cash Wheeler of FTR. He's Mr.
Incredible.
Oh man, he is like Mr. Just love his hair and the mullet look. I mean, look, if we're doing nostalgia, right? Bring back the 80s mullet.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Yes, sir. Why don't you bring back the 80s mullet?
Well, Jesus took the wheel on my hair. I think I could not cut it. It ain't coming back.
Hey, if QT Marshall can regrow hair, anybody can. I'll give you that. Okay, watch out. Oh my God, he's coming at me. Oh God.
What's going on with his arm? They hurt it at WarGames? What's going on?
No, he wasn't in WarGames. I don't know how he hurt it. He probably broke it and then just taped it up himself. He was so tough. It looks like a cast. He is
this guy Alan Martin is amazing.
Yeah, he was something else, wasn't he? Dr. Death was one of the best, man. Just a sweetheart of a guy. And here we go.
Happy and proud to have one of the greatest athletes in the world with us, Dr. Death, Steve Williams. How's the arm doing? It looks great. We understand the cast will be coming out very soon.
Well, Tony, let me say one thing. It's great to be here on Superstation, Jim Crockett's promotion. You know, in 30 minutes, I'm going to see the good doctor. He's going to check out the last x-ray. But the main thing I'm really thinking about is tonight. Home sweet home. Oklahoma. Back where Barry Switzer is. Back home. The UWF World Heavyweight Championship.
You found the red light.
That's my turn. I've been waiting a long time, Tony. I've been going around and around and around. I'm tired of going around. I'm going straight ahead. Big Bubba Rogers. In Oklahoma City, my hometown, you and me, head up, and I'm going to come out as the winner. You know something? That's my my mind's on the main thing, the UWF World Heavyweight title. Now, there is some great champions. Ric Flair. You know, there's a lot of them out there, Tony. But the one what's in my mind right now, and the one I've been working for, is that UWF World Heavyweight Championship belt. And that's going to look awful pretty on my big old chest around my belly right there. Because, Bubba, we know you can't wear the belt. So I'm going to be the man who's going to be proud to wear that belt all over the United States. You know, Tony, it's what an atmosphere here. You can see the people, hear the people. You can hear them. They're chanting Dr. Death. July 11th. Tonight is the big night, and they're going to be screaming and hollering. All you'll be able to hear is Dr. Death.
Ron.
How you doing?
Holy shit.
Long time, man. Great.
Hey,
How good does he look?
athlete, let me tell you something.
Look at both of them dudes. I mean,
Man,
come
in
on.
college on the playing field before, let me tell you, this is a competitor in every sense of the word. And brother, I told him before, it's going to take more than an injury of this nature to hold you down. And I can tell you another thing. I know tonight is your night. And believe me, you look fit to be a champion to me.
Thanks, Ron.
If you need me for anything in any way, just let me know.
Hey, thanks a lot,
You got
Ron.
it, brother.
That's the man I can count on, Tony. I'll have somebody watching my back.
Ron Simmons, good to see you. And Dr. Death, Steve Williams with us. Let's go back to the ring, fans.
Let's hit pause right now on your playback as Bugsy McGraw gets ready to go into the ring. So I'm paused at 15 minutes and 41 seconds. 15:41. And I'm pausing because Casio and I were just talking about my mullet and his lack of a mullet.
Yeah.
Well, we want to tell everyone about Keeps, one of our great sponsors here on What Happened When. Keeps offers a simple, affordable, and stress-free way to keep your hair. Convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't have to leave your home. 24/7 care and support. Keeps has a network of expert medical advisors, prescribers, and care specialists to support you in making your goals a reality for your hair. Treatment starts at just $10 per month. Keeps offers generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved medications to prevent hair loss. And Casio, for a month, maybe 2 months, every time I would take a shower, there was hair in the drain.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I subscribed to Keeps, and that has stopped. That has completely stopped.
Really?
Yeah, it has. So
see, I should have got on it. I wish this was around when I was losing mine.
Yeah, so I'm still a little thin on top from all the hair that I lost, but it's starting to come back. Treatment plans are affordable, typically half the cost of pharmacy prices. They have everything your hair needs delivered straight to your door with discreet packaging and proven results. In other words, discreet packaging, it doesn't say on top of it, hey, this is for the bald guy in the house. No, it doesn't say that. Remember,
this is for the bald guy.
Remember,
you're not open unless you're bald.
That's right. Prevention is the key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months. So see results, so act fast. If you're ready go ahead.
They want to help you out. They're giving you, I've heard you talk about it on the show, of course, before.
Yeah.
They're going to hook you up with the first month for free.
That's exactly right. If you're ready to take action, prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/WHW to receive your, as Casio said, first month for free. That's KEEPS.com/WHW to get your first month free. Keeps.com/WHW. All right. All right. So we had gone to stop our machines, our pause button here at 15 minutes and 41 seconds. That's 15:41. Bugsy McGraw is getting ready to hit the ring, which should be entertaining in itself. And we continue in 3, 2, 1, play. All right, there's the music, and we'll just dip our. Where's Bugsy, everybody?
Come on.
We have no idea. We keep zooming in. We're going to zoom in on Teddy Long's crotch here pretty soon. And Teddy, don't move. We got your crotch. Here we go.
I like Dexter's get up, though.
Yeah.
Oh. Lab coat. Got the camo do-rag. I think that's a TikTok dance now. I think he was ahead of the curve.
Wow, he could have been.
Goggles. A lot of scarves.
He could have been.
How much was Bugsy's scarf budget?
Oh, God.
Huge.
He was really the original goofball in wrestling. You know, I mean, we had a lot of goofy characters through the years, but Bugsy.
But the crowd's eating him up.
Yes, they are. Dancing. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello. I'm going to shake. Okay. Wow.
Look at him.
Okay, Bugsy. Oh, I thought he was saying something.
He's just mouthing.
Just mouthing.
I was sitting here thinking, I wish we had the audio. I want to hear what he's saying. He was just mouthing. I mean, y'all have talked about him before, but how close to this guy was he once we're backstage?
No, nothing at all.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. They had him team with Jimmy Valiant, I think, a little bit, and that was quite a crew. Oh, by the way, you know, we saw Ron Simmons with Dr. Death.
Yeah.
If I'm right, as we know, Dr. Death was kind of getting tongue-tied there.
Yeah.
During his interview, I think they sent Ron out to help him out.
Really?
I think that's one of those things. And Dusty did this a lot. He said, go on out there and get involved in the interview.
I think it was just off night. I think maybe some medication for the hurt arm.
Could have been. He wasn't, and that's one of the things they talk about a lot. He really needed a great manager. He wasn't a good talker, but man, he could go in the ring. God, he could really, really.
Bugsy, that dance.
Yeah, it was kind of like almost like a curly shuffle in a way. So I don't know. It was just.
He's got a little bit of the animal steel in him right here.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Kind of that, big old hairy oaf, and
Yeah,
just you don't know what he's going to do. Look at him.
they're giving him some freaking time in the ring. Like, yikes. Well, there you go.
There it is.
George Animal Steel shit.
Big dude. Bugsy's
man.
big dude.
Yeah, big dude. A little bit of a belly. He knows where the camera is, too. That's one thing I always appreciated to some guys. Magnum was the best at it, just knowing where the camera was.
You think his gimmick kept him from being a little bigger? Main eventer?
Yeah, there's no question. He was a novelty act. Now I know
but his talent was great.
Yeah, he could wrestle. I mean, he could, but I don't think people really took him seriously. And now, you know what? For those of you that maybe grew up in Florida, jeez. For those of you who grew up in Florida, he may have done some main events because he spent a lot of time down in Florida. So, yeah, you wind up.
This is amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I mean, for a guy fighting a jobber, we're all captivated.
Isn't it something? And now he's kicked into high gear.
Boom.
But that old frog splash off the near side ropes. Show his ass.
That was a lot of splash, not much frog in it. It was just a splash.
Lot of splash, not much frogging. So just go ahead and hit the turnbuckles with your head and you're fine. And I'm sure I'm going to talk to him coming out of the break. I mean, that almost has to be a given since he's kind of new to the promotion.
For a rocking good time.
Yeah, man. That's what we're having here, a rocking a good time.
And
maybe not. Here we go.
We are back. James J. Dillon, Doc Journey, and the Four Horsemen, and the results of war. July 4th at the Omni.
A lot of people that were in the
July 4th at the Omni.
Surprised to see the Four Horsemen once again united on their television screen, because a first in professional wrestling has come to pass. But what disappoints me a little bit is that absolutely nothing has been settled, because I realize now that I, James J. Dillon, the administrator of the Four Horsemen, had no business being in a heavy situation like the WarGames and the Match Beyond like I got myself into. I got emotionally involved in the mystique of something that comes along once in a lifetime, and I don't care what your professional sport might be. And I'm talking about the Four Horsemen, and I'm talking about professional wrestling. But that's all history. I got into the situation, and I didn't know how to get out of it. And what happened was the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, and Paul Ellering, I now realize, are running in fear of the Four Horsemen in that mystique, because they singled me out, a man that's in the shadow of my career. In fact, I don't even regard myself as a wrestler anymore. I am an administrator. But they singled me out, and most importantly, I know in my mind that they deliberately tried to snuff me out. And what has happened is it didn't work. And as painful as it is for me to relive this moment, I want to go back now and share with the world just what the Legion of Doom tried to do to me.
Take a look at the tape, fans.
Okay, this is a legit injury here, Casio.
Really?
Yeah, he really got hurt. And so they made a little angle out of it. As you can tell, the audio and the video are off a little bit.
Jeez.
Landed on that right shoulder.
What an awesome moment in professional wrestling. I know.
What an awesome moment as you stand over here and you get in front of that camera with me, because you see, it's a little more difficult for me to swallow this than maybe the rest of the public, because you see, I've been a winner my entire life, and we represent the four greatest wrestlers in the world today. And this, pal, is the greatest mind in our business. So what I'm doing is I'm talking to the Road Warriors, and I'm talking to Rhodes, and I'm talking to Nikita Koloff. What you got is another 25 days of hell to live. Because let me tell you something. We've got a situation come up because there was a clause in that contract that says there could be a return match. And I'm not so sure the match should ever have taken place in the first place. And when I laid in the Charlotte Orthopedic Center and I looked up at Dr. Sam Moeda and gazed around the room and saw each and every one of your faces, I knew that they had something here that even the Road Warriors, Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff, no one could be destroyed. I owe something to you for standing behind me. And in Miami, on the 31st, I've got something that's going to fill that void. And let's take a look. You'll see just what I'm talking about. A new chapter was written in the wrestling history books on July 4th, 1987 at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. It was called the War Games and the Match Beyond. Something that I realize now was of a...
That's big freaking Bubba. Can't hide that fucking face. Jesus.
How'd you get?
Coming on, signed my name and got in the
I
ring.
need to be War Machine for Halloween really bad.
My tendons and ligaments in my shoulder, which was separated, are torn possibly beyond repair. My career, as limited as it was, is probably ended forever. But in that contract in Atlanta was a clause for a rematch. Again, a match that maybe should never take place, but it will take place in Miami on July 31st. Well, my injury has created a void. And I've filled voids before, and I'm going to fill a void this time, like the superpowers, Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff, like the Road Warriors and Paul Ellering had never, ever figured upon. I want you to gaze over my shoulder at the void I have filled, who will enter the War Games, who will enter the Match Beyond in the two-ring cage in Miami on July 31st. You're looking at 6 foot, 9 inches, 437 pounds of the War Machine. I will get my revenge in Miami. All righty. I know more than
Apparently, JJ Dillon was 4'9" in that
Let me
fight.
put the cat out of the bag now. We got more ammunition.
God, we must have run out of people to use.
Between now in Miami, there's Greensboro tonight and Precious. Woo! You're gonna be mine. And then we're going to Charlotte, and in Charlotte, Tully Blanchard not only takes $100,000, he gets rid of Dusty Rhodes. And let me tell you something, Barry Windham. If you think you and that barbed wire can keep the Delta Task Force out of that ring, you're sadly mistaken. And then you know what? In Charlotte, Road Warrior Hawk, you're all mine. The animal's not beside you. It's you and me, Hawk. And we're going to find out just how bad an apple you are all alone. Then we're going to Chicago. And Lex is going to take Road Warrior Hawk. I'm taking the animal. DB is taking a dream. And we're taking all the money, all the glory, all the notoriety. And then it's Dallas, San Antonio. Woo! In other words, what I'm telling the wrestling public is, you're looking at the greatest thing in wrestling today. And the only question that's in our lives, day in and day out, is what's causing all this? Yeah. Woo!
The Horsemen set for July 31st at the Orange Bowl. We'll be back, fans.
Come on, man.
God, just right off the cuff, didn't have anything any script or anything.
Do they got a do they have a countdown? I mean, do they have a, hey, y'all need to fill this amount of time?
No, they just did a wrap. They talked until Dusty in the back said wrap them up.
Okay.
So Dusty thought they were done. Because sometimes you would hear, "Don't wrap me up." Flair would say that to the guy.
Oh.
So they would just
he was telling the guy, "Don't wrap me up."
That's right. Which was pretty funny. But it's it was really just a raw way to do things. We just we just came in with this little paper format that said match 1, Bugsy McGraw or whatever, rock and roll, then Bugsy McGraw. We knew who was going to wrestle. Then we would see promos, and they would bring people out. And basically, I was never prepped on what to talk about. I just kind of knew what to talk about. I think that was part of the wrestling fan in me. I knew about JJ's injury, so I knew what to talk about. Although I did mess up there when they showed JJ's injury, and they came back to me and I said, "What an exciting moment that was." I should have said, "Wow, JJ injured," but I just thought about the exciting moment. So I messed that up, but I just kind of knew what to talk about. It was so great when I look back on it.
Was this 4 years in for you?
What is this, 87? Yeah, 4 years in for me. Actually, probably 3 years full time, because 4, I kind of started at the end of 83. So, did my first thing in October of 83 and then did the first Starrcade. But I really started doing commentary in 84. Barry did a good job of protecting the kid that time. That's knowing how to work. That is knowing how to work. All right, here we go, God.
Night for a lot of people, I know, for these three, a gigantic night in Greensboro.
Let me tell you something, Tony Schiavone and the rest of the world. The whole month of July has been great. Ronnie Garvin, myself, and Squeeze have been traveling the country from San Francisco, New York City, and Miami Beach. We've seen it all. We'd like to thank all the people that's comfortable. And there's one individual that's not going to be very comfortable, and his name is Ric Flair. And you're right, it's going to happen in a couple of hours. Well, the fact is this, Tony, how much longer could it go on? Ask yourself that. How much longer could a man like myself come out here and stand to hear some low-life trash like Ric Flair that don't have anything? He don't have anything that he hasn't bought. Everything he has a price tag on it. Well, now all of a sudden, Mr. Loverboy, the sickest pervert in the country himself, he gets eyes for my Squeeze. And he thinks all of a sudden he's going to slap gorgeous Jimmy Garvin around. Well, let me tell you something, Ric Flair.
He really knew Ric Flair here, apparently.
The sickest pervert.
Ronnie Garvin's been talking to me. The American Dream's been talking to me. Barry Windham's been talking to me. The Rock and Roll Express has been talking to me. The world has been talking to me. I've been getting letters and cards and telegrams from all over the country. People telling me to be careful of this and to be careful of that and to watch James J. Dillon and to watch Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and the rest of the thugs that the big tough man travels around with. Well, the fact is this, Ric Flair, in just a few short hours, Pally, the party's gonna be over. I'm taking your gold and my woman, and let me say that again, my woman home with me, because there's no way in hell, Pally, you're gonna take a good man's woman, and there's no way that Precious is gonna have any kind of a dream date with you. It's a complete impossibility. Greensboro's gonna be the place. My brother Ronnie's had me up at 6 o'clock every morning, training, and I'm ready. If I'm ever ready for anything before, Pally, I'm ready for you, Ric Flair, and I'm gonna take great pride in breaking every one of them fingers that goes like this, and I'm gonna knock all your teeth down your throat, and then I'm gonna save my energy for that last big punch, and it's gonna take a big punch too, because I'm gonna break that big nose all over your face.
Ronnie, what do you think about that tonight?
What do I think? I'm gonna tell you something. 6 o'clock in the morning for the last few weeks, I had him running backwards in the sand. I had him climb mountains. I had him do squats, push-ups till he turned blue in the face, and I kept kicking him and said, get up and do some more. And he's done it. He's passed the test, the ultimate. And I'm going to tell you, Ric Flair, I personally wrestled you. I know what you're capable of. My brother is going to take you to the limit. He's going to beat you, and you can bet your sweet Ferdinand that he's going to take it. He's going to take the gold. I'm going to be there to watch it, so is the whole world. It is going to be filmed, and we're going to show it to the world. What Jimmy Garvin, and you think you're going to embarrass the Garvins? Never. Never you will embarrass the Garvins, and you'll never get precious over Jimmy Garvin's dead body, you will.
Fans, we'll be back right after this.
I mean, who doesn't want to watch Jimmy and the Purpose? With his fingers.
All right, let's hit pause right there, everybody. Let's hit pause at 33 minutes and 39 seconds. That's 33 minutes and 39 seconds. And we're going to hit pause. We're going to get back to our program here in just a moment. But we hit pause because it's time to talk about AG1, Athletic Greens. Do you take supplements, Casio?
As you can tell by looking at me, no.
Well, you dumb some bitch, about time you do.
I can't wait for you to bring this up because listening to you guys talk about it, this is a fascinating product to me.
It really is because I used to take all these pills. I mean, a handful of supplements in the afternoon, a handful in the mornings. But I started taking AG1 because I hated taking vitamins, hated taking all the pills. I wanted a supplement that actually tastes great and wanted to see what the hype was all about. So now I've been on AG1 for about 3 months now, and I love it. 1 scoop of AG1, you're absorbing, you ready for this, 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics to help you start your day right. Wow. Special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging, all the things. And, you know, because, listen, I really believe in immunity supplements. I really, really do. They've really kept me healthy through all the times that we're going. And I can't stress enough about how AG1 has benefited me, my lifestyle. And here's very simple. It's like only a scoop, right? And it tastes great. So it's time you got on the bandwagon there, buddy.
You talked about how many pills you were taking, how many times a day.
Yeah.
With your lifestyle of being on the road tons, is this super? I mean, it's got to clean up your whole deal. I just got my greens with me and I'm done.
That's right. Just 1 scoop. And here's the deal about this too. I counted up. I was taking 27 pills a day.
Jeez.
27 pills a day. That's right. 14 in the morning, 13 at night.
Good gracious.
Now, a couple of the pills are medicines that I have to take, you know, but it's only like 3 of them. So you're talking about 24 different vitamins and supplements I've been taking. But now 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for 27 different pills for me to take. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free, now this is really cool, a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/WHW. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/WHW to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. All right, let's get back to our show, Casio. And once again, for all of you and for Casio, we are at 33 minutes and 39 seconds. That's 33, 39. We continue in 3, 2, 1, play.
Come on with it.
Great song, man.
Great look.
We do not condone those robes. Remember, that was 1987.
Look at these dudes.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on.
Freebirds.
wonder if Michael Hayes could have gotten into the time machine with Doc Brown and gone forward to 2022. He was so cool back then, and he is such a fucking goof right now. I just wonder if he would have gone ahead in time to the future. What is this guy trying to do? Gone ahead to the future. Well, he should have tried that.
Was he trying to body press him?
He was trying to body press him, and that was a bad mistake. God, Terry Gordy could go. I love Terry Gordy. Really, really loved him.
Just a little science of that scoop slam of doing it with one arm.
Yeah.
You know, just a little.
He's beating that kid's ass. So anyway, here comes the goof. I mean, here comes Michael. But I mean, just the hat and the stupid stuff he wears now. I don't know. He was so cool back then. He kicked out and he pulled him up by the hair. Whew. Thank God he pulled him up by the hair.
What would happen if you kick out at one on?
You get your ass beat. And here's the deal. Even if here was the ultimate insult. If you were getting ready to take the 3 count and you took the 3 count and right after the 3 count you kicked out.
Oh
boy. I've seen her a couple of times.
Boom. Let me tell you, these guys, old Cougar J here and all them, they let them get nothing in.
You know what I think about the Freebirds, don't you?
What's that?
Real nifty 5, y'all, on Hood. Or should I say, real sporty cribs coming this week on Hood.
On Hood, dude.
On Hood, baby. I can't get enough of Crip Mac. He's my man. There it is. I tell you the story that one of the low-key big hogs had Crip Mac do a cameo for me.
Incredible. I got to see it. It was incredible.
He couldn't interrupt his dinner, buddy.
He's got granola bar on his face.
Coming out of his teeth. Oh, here we go. This is going to be good.
Hey, along with the fabulous Freebirds, a big night.
That's right, Tony. You know, the Freebirds have been having a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of partying, which is right down our aisle, right down our lane, bad street, in all the bashes, and it's going to continue in Chicago, in Greensboro, in Charlotte, in our hotel room. But I want you to know something. The Freebirds have been very fortunate in our illustrious career. We've been able to do a lot of things. I'm talking about my main brother, 285 pounds of walking, talking, romping, stomping, graveyard destruction, Jerry Bam Bam Gordy. My other brother, Buddy Jack Roberts. Everybody knows he's the cheatingest, he's the low downest, he's the meanest son of a gun in wrestling. And Michael P.S. Hayes, born purely sexy. That's the way I will die, is purely sexy. But you know, of all the titles we've had, when we first started wrestling, they said they can't do it, we did it. When we come out with an album, they said they couldn't do it, we did it. They said we couldn't do a rock and roll concert, we damn sure did it.
Come on.
Here at home, there's one thing that I want. One thing, man. I want that world heavyweight title. I want that NWA world heavyweight title. My brothers want me to get it, and I don't care if it be Ric Flair or if Jimmy Garvin beats him. Whichever one, you're going to have to deal with me.
Hey, Michael. Hey, we want to be a smash in the All-American bashes all around the country, and we want to prove to the people that the Freebirds just might be the best family in professional wrestling today. And I'm talking about the Warriors, and I'm talking about the Four Horsemen.
There's no doubt about that, Tony. You know, this is what everybody's talking about. They're talking about the Great American Bashes. And let me tell you something, if everybody's talking about it, you can bet that the Freebirds are going to be out there kicking somebody's butt. You know something else, Tony? The other night after the WarGames, after the concert in the Omni, little girl come up to P.S. She said, P.S., what are you going to do when you get old, blue, and gray? And I said, baby, by that time, I'm going to be in my prime, and I'm going to strut like a cock until I'm 99.
The fabulous
He
Freebirds.
just had to get that line in on the way out. We've got all the info out, and he's like, time out. I got one more thing. By the way, here's what I know. I don't want to be Tommy Angel right now.
No. Ron Simmons is another one, man. It just, we, the first StarCast we did, which years ago, I guess it was during All In, I believe. And we were in Chicago. He was there, and I walked in the back where Conrad was and Megan were writing checks and everything. And I tapped him on the shoulder, and we hadn't seen each other. We're talking about in decades, right?
Really?
Oh, yeah. He turned around and hugged me and almost broke my fucking neck. I'm serious. He went, I went, God damn, Ron, it's all right. I love you. I'm not so sure, but I think my belly button popped out. He squeezed me so hard.
I worked his table at the StarCast in Baltimore. Yeah. And, you know, it's always a worry if you've never worked with, you know, somebody. Just the nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah.
But everybody marks out for him. Mm-hmm. Although the wrestlers mark out for him, everybody marks out for Ron Simmons.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I know he became Farouk, and they had that run in the WWE. And of course, I didn't watch that much of it, none of it back then. But to me, he always will be Ron Simmons, 4-time All-American, you know? I mean,
looking incredible.
Yeah. Tell you another badass too. I need to mention him right here, or he'll take me and he'll hug me until I pop. And that's Mark Henry, the Nation of the Nation. Woo-hoo.
They were it was one of the StarCasts, maybe the second Chicago, but Mark and Ron sat across the aisle from each other, and the whole time they were just shitting on each other. Shitting on your line. If somebody wasn't there, you could tell that they're just, you know, they put in work together for so long. It was just, they're great friends, and watching them shit on each other was amazing.
Well, you know, that's the thing about being in the business as long as I have. And also when I was in the business, by the way, we'll be right back. When I wasn't in the business, I was in baseball. So I traveled with guys, both in wrestling and in baseball, that in their spare time just love to give each other shit. I mean, they love to. Okay. And then I thought I was really good at it. And I thought I really had heard the best until I met Conrad. And then I was like, he brings it to another level. But no, so what I'm saying is I just give people a hard time, bust balls, as we say.
Yeah.
And that's how I've always done. I mean, that's how I've always done, you know, to you guys and the whack pack of Conrads, to my wife here, just give them shit because, I don't know, just a form of playful. And I do this thing now, and I may have mentioned this on this podcast before, but I do this thing now in AEW because we have this sign. We'll put up a big locker room where all the guys dress. And they got one that says male talent, and they have one that says female talent, right? Mm-hmm. And almost every week, I'll wait until I know everybody's around, and I'll walk into the male talent room, open the door, I look around, they go, hey, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for male talent, and apparently there's none in here. And I'll turn around and I'll walk out. And now it's become a standing joke. When I walk in, they know exactly what I'm going to say.
I thought you were going to, there's a tagger. I thought you were going to, so you switched the sign. Oh. You should just swap the sign.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. Oh shit. Oh God.
Later, back with us, Bugsy McGraw.
What's your name?
Tony.
How long you had that name?
Oh my!
You still remember, don't you? What camera? This one? Well, give me a cue. Yes, it's good to be here. You understand? It's now July. We're in July, and the bashes are happening. Excitement has happened. The American Dream, the champion, the world's champion, the real world's champion, Ric Flair, the Road Warriors, got Kevin Scummel, Blackjack Mulligan, and Bugsy McGraw. Why, is he here? Yes, he is. Good to see you. People, now listen, I know you're listening right there at home eating pizza, probably having something to drink, sitting on that sofa. What camera am I on? sitting on that sofa right beside your wife. She's sitting there right in her moo-moo trying to cover up that extra weight, right? Got the curlers in her hair.
Extra weight.
In the house, dropping pizza on the floor. You're screaming at him. Got to step over to the dog to turn up the set to hear what I got to say. Well, I tell you what, July's here like July the 4th, you understand? Our Freedom Day. Sometimes when people have freedom, they forget that they got to fight for it. You understand?
Okay.
A lot of things happening, and I'm going on tour myself. I'm going to be in all the spots. Yeah, Daytona, it's here. Oh, Daytona, I can't think of the other ones, but I'm in August, Wilmington, North Carolina. You understand? It's a little early yet, but in August, with the man himself, the Boogie Woogie Manny, and we're coming there. I'm going to be there. I want to see all my fans there. I want to say hi to everybody, and we're going to have to get down and kick some butt. You like to say something else?
Your face.
We'll be back.
Hey, Bugsy is over with me, bro.
Okay. It's time to hit pause once again on your playback. We have something else to talk about here. And we have, first of all, we appreciate you being with us. We appreciate Casio being with us this week. We're having a good time, aren't we?
We're having a blast.
Yeah,
this
man.
Is fun.
This is fun. But I want to talk about Z-Biotics because Z-Biotics is your first drink of the night for a better tomorrow. It's engineered by a team of PhD microbiologists. It's the drink that breaks down the byproduct of alcohol, and it's responsible for rough mornings after drinking. So just a little, and I've got a couple here, little bottle of Z-Biotics before you drink, and you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. How about that?
It's my birthday today. I need this.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Because tomorrow's going to be rough. Tomorrow's going to be rough.
Yeah.
So you just hit this before you start drinking.
That's right. You hit this before you start drinking. So you may not bounce back the next day like you'd like. So sometimes I would even say, and I'm not going to drink, really, because I didn't want to feel bad the next day. Okay.
Yeah.
And that is until I found Z-Biotics. So really, the first time I tried it was we were in Las Vegas, and a bunch of us were there, and I had a whole thing of them. And I said, hand them out here, boys. What's this? I said, you drink this and you feel better the next day. And we did. The whole group of us felt better the next day. So this is really great stuff. This is engineered probiotics invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink alcohol, it gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. In the gut. You know where your gut is, don't you?
Come on. I got a big one.
Oh, it produces an enzyme to break down this byproduct. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut where you need it the most. How about that? So there you
come on, man.
Come on, man. So give Z-Biotics a try for yourself. Go to zbiotics.com/WHW to get 15% off your first order when you use WHW at checkout. Again, that is zbiotics.com/WHW. Z-Biotics is backed by 100% money back guarantee. So if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Remember, head to zbiotics.com/WHW. Use the code WHW at checkout for 15% off. We'd like to thank Z-Biotics for sponsoring this episode of What Happened When.
It's too late for my birthday, but I got to get on this train.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really easy. Just a little vial, boom, you're gone, and you feel better the next day.
Especially the older you get. You know, you can't even party. You can't party 2 days in a row. The older you get, then you're like, I can't party a week.
Right.
It's going to be, but this going in gives you, like you said, gives you that new mentality. We can party tonight, and I'm not going to have the bad hangover tomorrow.
2 days a week, I need it. Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights after the show. Those days, those are on the calendar like, what are those, your travel days? No, those are the days I need Z-Biotics. So
that's the day I need Z.
Need Z, baby.
Come on with it.
All right, let's go back and hit play. And we're, by the way, again, 47 minutes, 53 seconds. It's time to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
It was a match, a night without equal, and here he is, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Tony, let me tell you what it is. Where it's at. Everybody,
Where it's at is that comb stuck in your hair.
This look.
How good looking they are and how mean they are. I am the best looking man in show business. You know what I mean? I am the rap master. I'm going to start talking again. You know what I mean?
The rap master.
And found out that the women still love the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, and the men are still scared to death of him. You know what I mean? Something happened in the WarGames. Let me tell you, for one instant, J.J. Dillon and the Four Horsemen, me and Nikita Koloff now go way back, see. This thing was chosen. This bond between me and Nikita Koloff didn't just happen. It came about. It came about. He is the baddest human being on 2 feet. You understand what I'm saying? So we're a unit. The Warriors are a unit. Yeah, we are the Jim Crockett Sr. Memorial Cup defenders of $1 million. So the WarGames took its toll. Charlie Blanchard in Charlotte, North Carolina, step out front here. I want everybody to get a shot of my outfit. Get a shot of this outfit. Get that outfit down there. Shoot that.
I need to go. This needs to be my look. Sweatpants, t-shirt, but throw the blazer on.
I love it.
Ric Flair, this was tailor-made for me. Tailor-made by Vidiosa. You understand what I'm saying?
Tailor-made sweatpants, baby.
Women love, y'all love the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Is Dusty Rhodes hot? Yeah, the WarGames. The WarGames are hot. I'm hot. The WarGames are serious business. People getting hurt. People getting hurt.
He took the pick out. It's on now.
People singing. People going crazy. But Dusty Rhodes is getting the superpowers, the baddest man in the world. You trying to put him down, Paul driving him. Let's take a look at that right now. I want to show you something right here.
Take a look at what he's talking about. Take a look at the videotape.
To the Lion's Den. He's the only horseman in there with 3 men. Luger showing he's not intimidated. A double pile driver on Nikita. Animal now with Animal hammering away. And Lex Luger. The spike pile driver. Nikita Koloff with a spike pile driver. Nikita is
2 times, I understand, even a 3rd time. It was even a 3rd time.
Seen Sid business right up here with Sid business. 2 times. 2 times. Well, I'm going to show you something, Daddy. I'm going to show you how bad Nikita Koloff is. My main man, standing right here. We're ready for the WarGames. Let him go, baby. I'm right here. Just like my superpowers said. I'm right here. You see, Tony? 2 times I see a horseman try to break.
Holding the neck brace.
2 times. But I'm right here. You see, I'm still I'm champion. I'm still a champion.
Listen to this crowd.
Yeah. I got the pain in my neck. My neck hurts. The doctor, he say, maybe you're going to have to wear these braces again. I say, if I have to wear braces again, okay. I knew the chance I could take when I signed contract for WarGames. J.J. Dillon, you knew the chance you take when you signed contract for WarGames. But if I have to wear a neck brace into the ring, I want all people to know. I want horsemen to know. If I have to wear a neck brace into the ring again, you are going to see no less than 100% from the typical Chitota. Let me tell you something in closing now.
In closing.
J.J. Dillon, this is personal now. I'm taking my money back in Charlotte, but this is personal, Miami. My home. I want all the Cubanos, all the Haitians, all the blacks, all the whites, all the greens, all the yellows, everybody, Dr. Lord, Indian Chief. There are 70,000 seats in Ireland. You better get there and get you one before they're all gone, because the WarGames have begun, Daddy.
Fans, we're coming back. Don't go away.
He's not going to wear your neck brace, Tony. Quit trying to put it on him. He'll flip.
That was some ass-kicking shit right there, buddy. It's old.
Everybody's day. You didn't think you were going to see me here, but nobody gets the last word on Jim Cornette, and nobody
We got crutches.
on the greatest tag team in the history of professional wrestling. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express.
Oh, man. Dusty, there'd be a lot of times during these interviews. Well, if Ric Flair would come out and do an ass-kicking interview,
Right.
Dusty's going to come out and try to top it.
Every time.
Every time. And that's why and then sometimes Flair would come back out. And I've seen times where, and I remember times where Flair would come out, do an ass-kicking interview. Dusty would come out, do an ass-kicking interview. Flair was scheduled to come back out again. Sometimes he would just talk about his match, and he'd come out with the Four Horsemen. So if there was time, Dusty would come out a second time. Didn't happen much, but you would look at that and say, well, they're trying to top each other. Yeah, it's true, but also they really wanted to promote a match, or they really wanted to promote. So it was cool. And they never said that to me. He takes the greatest pictures in the world.
Oh, dude, he's just a blubber. It's just, can I get in your lap? He's a lover boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it before. Dogs are, we got a little one, Dolly. She's a tiny pit bull.
Right.
And now we have the hellhound that just walked up in our driveway. And I tried my best. We have got to find whoever the owner is. And of course, Judy's walking behind me going, no, we don't. I'm putting posts on Facebook. We found the dog. She's doing nothing. And then it was just like, the realization one day you go, wait, we're keeping this dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yeah, of course. From the get-go, we were.
That's what Laurie found her beagle, Bonnie. And Laurie was living here at the house. So Bonnie, we found, up in the mountains of Georgia, they dump dogs a lot, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, just they're out in the wilderness.
Yeah, so she found Bonnie, and we got her, and I remember she came in, and she was stinking, and Laurie was living here, and she was caked with mud, and Laurie said, well, I'm going to give her a bath. I said, okay. And I said, we can't keep her. Well, we still got Bonnie, and she had heartworm, and we had to go through all that, which was expensive, and it's just, we didn't care. This is one of my favorite spots here. Watch this.
Problem? You got a problem, Tony? It's a problem.
You were asking me
right
a question. Why don't you have him go back and wrestle and you talk?
What would happen if somebody tore all your ligaments loose, tore the cartilage in your knee, got you a trip to the hospital on a stretcher, had you see the finest sports medicine doctor, Dr. Samuel Owita in Charlotte, North Carolina, to fix me up? That's the same thing that's going to happen. Look here. That knee right there, that knee can go. That knee can go. That's the same thing that's going to happen to this punk and every.
So good.
There's been 2 mentions of Dr. Sam Owita from Charlotte. Sam Owita was, and still works in Charlotte, helped me out a great deal when I had my car wreck and broke my kneecap.
Really?
Yeah, one of the coolest guys ever. And I think about him often. And now that I just heard his name, I think I'm going to try to call him. I haven't talked to him in quite a while. But
he's just the go-to guy back then for you guys?
Well, it was Charlotte Orthopedic, and it was a guy named Dr. Swanik. But Dr. Swanik never, when he talked on TV, he never wanted to get into the gimmick. He wanted to try to, like when Dusty Rhodes hurt his ankle, and we interviewed Dr. Swanik, he didn't want to say, well, Dusty's ankle has been torn or whatever. He would say, an injury such as this needs time. But when we used Dr. Owita, he didn't give a shit. Yeah, Dusty's ankle's busted. He was right into the whole gimmick.
He's in the game.
Yeah, he was in it. All right, here we go again.
Had a very irate Jim Cornette.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now back up.
The Midnight Express.
Now let me say something. Everybody thought, no, Jim Cornette's not coming back. Well, let me tell you something. I don't care if they got to wheel me out to that ring in an iron lung, brother. I don't care if I got to crawl desert on my belly with Shiites dogging my every step. Rock and roll, I'm coming after you. I intend for you to feel what I felt. See? First I had 2 crutches, now I got one. Pretty soon I'm going to throw this dad away. I was going to throw it away, but I'm going to save them for you, rock and roll, because you're going to need them. I'm going to tell you something. Ever since the time that man climbed out of caves They've done 3 things to preserve themselves. They've run for their life, they've swam for their life, or they've fought for their life. But when we get you in that ring, brother, you ain't going to be able to run. And I ain't expecting no heavy rains, so you ain't going to be doing no swimming. What you're going to be doing, rock and roll, is fighting for your life. I guarantee you that, because I intend for you to feel what I felt. When you look up and you see all those surgeons with all those masks over their faces, when you see those operating room lights bearing down on you, and when they take that black mask, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, and they put that over there, and you smell that smell, and your head starts to go a little funny, and it's swimming around, and you're wondering just exactly when you're going to wake up, or you're wondering just exactly if you're going to wake up. I want you to experience that firsthand, brother. I don't want you to just listen to me tell you about it. I want you to feel that mask going down over your face, rock and roll, and that's exactly what's going to happen, and we're going to be the World Tag Team Champions, brother. Believe it.
Okay, fans, let's go to the
Just
ring.
incredible.
In the ring now,
I mean, it's been said many times, but
Misty Blue.
Yeah,
every time delivered a home run.
every time. How about ending up with a women's match here?
That was ahead of your time.
Yeah, man. Misty Blue and Cat LaRue, by the way, also did some porn work.
I can't tell if you're joking.
No, they did.
Okay.
There's a porn movie out there called Alley Cats. I believe they were in it. Jackie Crockett told me all about it, smarted me up to it. I always thought that Cat LaRue was pretty hot.
Hurt her ass. Her ass is hurt.
Ass buster.
Well, it's cold in the studio.
Oh God. Well, so anyway, we used Misty, Cat LaRue, and there was another one. They all kind of at times used them, you know. And now, I mean, it's changed, obviously. These girls could work though, but it's because they worked a lot together. They were a lot of fun.
This is a clean match.
Yeah, these girls were a lot of fun. They had a great personality, a lot of fun to work with. Nothing like a hair Beal.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my 5th browser window so I can look for this porn. Just for research purposes.
Well,
did you say Alley Cats?
Alley Cats, I believe is what it was.
Yeah. With a K? Cat with a K?
Or with a Z on the end. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
Misty Blue and Cat LaRue.
It just sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course, back then we didn't have internet, so somebody had to have some sort of outlaw copy of it or something. And
Yes or no, did you have the VHS?
Do I have the VHS?
No, did you?
Jackie had the VHS. And we all watched it in the back.
Sure.
Jackie would go like, check this out, what they're doing. I said, okay, I can check it out. It's like he was trying to educate me on what they were doing. That's pretty.
Look at this.
Yeah.
These are great spots.
Right.
Man, I mean, 1987 women's wrestling, this is real good.
You're right.
I mean,
but then again, it gets to the point. It's because they work together so much.
Whose call is it to have a main event? Dusty?
Yeah, Dusty wrote the whole.
I mean, that shows a lot of trust in him.
Yeah.
I mean, there can't be too many times around by 87 that women have main evented.
No.
Anywhere.
No, you're right.
Sharpshooter.
How about that? Sitting right down. Misty Blue's husband will travel with them too. I think he was like their wrangler.
Did you ever watch Glow?
You know what? I watched the first episode of it.
I loved every second of it. But
yeah,
this is like exactly what you get with Glow.
Yeah,
she looks like one of the main characters there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a period piece, right? It was from the 80s, right? I love the very first one. I think they changed the music, but the very first one they played, "I Am the Warrior" by Scandal and Patti Smith.
Yeah.
I love that first song. bang. Let's see.
Oh, are we desperately out of time?
Yeah, we are desperately out of time. That was hell. We went.
We didn't even see the finish.
The finish. What the hell did we just do? We cut out on the freaking finish.
Is that just? I mean, is that planned or is that hey, we just went over and that's what's got to happen?
That's it. We went over and we just went out on that.
Out of time in the middle of the match.
God, I would have put it back. I would have said we're I don't know. Did I say we're desperately out of time? Maybe I did. Sorry.
And you said we're out of time on
the. Okay. I did. Did I say we're out of time?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. It wasn't one of those cuts by the WWE Peacock Network for time. I guess not. I don't know why they would have, unless we showed a cooter or something. They had to edit it out. Could have been. You never know back then. You said
we're out of time. An accidental cooter.
You never know. You never know. You never know. I mean, because it's live to tape back then, right?
Do you remember any accidental cooters?
I do not.
Do you remember any purposeful cooters?
I do not. I remember the accidental penis from Starcade 86.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's the one where Tommy Young just shoved it back in. With his tights, and he did it. He was so cool about the way he did it that you really didn't know. He was very, very good at it.
Shoving it back.
What?
He was very good at it.
He was
like he's done it many times. Like
well,
if you need a dick shoved back in your trunks, Tommy Young's your guy.
Tommy Young's your guy.
He's so good at it. There's been many of them that shoved one back in, but Tommy does it like no other.
Just so nonchalant. All right, so here's the deal. Next week on What Happened When, it's time to ask Tony anything.
Anything?
Anything. We're going to ask. Use the hashtag on Twitter. Ask Tony anything. Hashtag Ask Tony anything, and we'll pull up some of the best ones. We'll pull out some of the best ones. We'll pull up some of the best ones, and I'll answer your questions next week here on What Happened When.
The best way that they could wish me happy birthday this week is to start hashtag accidental cooter. That's what I need. I need a hashtag accidental cooter, and I need the first free shirt when Conrad decides to sell it. Accidental cooter. We might have had an accidental cooter, but you said that like it was a thing, and then I'm like, how many accidental cooters you seen? Well, never.
I don't know. Sometimes.
Which means you would have remembered if we saw a little Cat LaRue.
Yeah. And the accidental. I'm just a wordsmith. Okay. I can't pronounce many of the wrestlers from New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I can throw out accidental cooter. Oh God.
I mean, it's two things. We were either out of time or we had an accidental cooter. That was a regular ending. This is why we can't have women main event. I see it in the meeting.
Oh, God. Well, there you go. Hey, buddy, I've had a great time.
Man, thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you.
It's a fun way to start the birthday.
Happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday. What do you got planned?
I got zero, man. I'm going to take a nap.
Not going to go to Conrad's house and shit in the bathroom floor?
Can you believe, by the way?
Yeah.
This is the 1 year anniversary.
Wow.
It happened 4th of July last year. 4th of July weekend. He was out of town, and we all know Silver shit this floor.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are 1 year later.
Yeah. You got blamed for it. Well, everybody got blamed for it.
Yeah, everybody was caught up in it.
Yeah. He could have, knowing him, because he, as we have talked about before, he has been known to shit in his pants and still do a press conference. He may have shit on the floor before he left town and just said, we'll clean up when we get back, or we'll blame somebody, one of the two.
Well, we've all been traveling back from vacation and you go, I don't want to stop one more time. I've got to get home. If you're traveling, you go, I know I do need to use the bathroom, but I'm not stopping. We're so close to home.
Yeah.
They could have got right there and shit on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm the type of person that does not use public bathrooms to take a poop in. Won't do it.
When's the last time?
It was after a Georgia football game, and I was driving back late at night, and I had to go so bad I had to just pull over to a BP station. And fortunately, it was a one-seater with a door lock on it, and I mean, it was a big one.
Not the stall, the shit.
Yeah, the shit. It was a big one. And I couldn't.
It was a big one.
It was a big one. As they say, shit a log cabin.
You needed some biotics, some probiotics.
I sure did.
You needed your greens and your Z-biotics. You needed all that.
Yeah. Gut health.
That's what it's all about, buddy. Very important.
Yeah.
How was the stall? Did you have that? You didn't have that creepy where there's a gap in the door where you got to make eye contact with somebody while you're trying.
No. It was a one-seater with a sink and a door lock. That's all it was.
Oh, the whole you had. Oh, that was a good one then.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
Key? Did you have to get a key, or is it just straight in?
It was straight in. Lock on the door. Yeah.
By the way, that means it is a rare occurrence for you if you do remember the last one easily, and it's years ago.
Yeah. Yep. I'm a shy shitter. That shirt's available, by the way.
Yes.
Rules.com. All right, buddy. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me, my man. I've got some porn to look up, and that is your birthday present to me.
Thank you.
Because I'm now searching for lost porn, the Alley Cats tape.
Well, you never know what happens here on What Happened When. But I'd like to say, for Casio Kid, I'm Tony Schiavone. We're desperately out of time. See you next week on What Happened When. We come to you Wednesdays on Cumulus, but Mondays we come to you on
Patreon.
Yeah, thank you. You're supposed to say Patron.
Patron.
Here we do it again. Come to you on
Patron.
Conrad usually does that at the end, and I usually do this at the end.
On hood.